What's going on, y'all? We are currently at the Thousand Trails Long Beach in Washington. We are not camping here at the moment. We literally just stopped by to check out this campground for future planning purposes, just to see if we think we could camp here or not. The skies are fairly open at this park, so if you need Starlink, it works pretty well. A quick test from T-Mobile though had good speeds, over 100 megabytes down and about 8 megabytes up. There's plenty of amenities here at this park. They've got volleyball, basketball hoop, tetherball, playground, swimming pool, hot tub, got a couple of bathhouses. There's a fish cleaning station. But I think what everybody's the most excited about, which is what we're checking out right now, is there's 2 trails that go directly to the Pacific Ocean. And we are taking these walks over here. This park is very close to the Cape Disappointment State Park. There's a couple of cool lighthouses that you can check out over there. But the gentleman that gave us a day pass for the park, he was saying, yeah, these trails are about 1,200 feet in length and take you directly to the beach. No crossing any roads or highways to get to the beach. And I can hear the waves from here, so let's go check out this beach.
No, you are saying go.
I see the ocean. If you like a more secluded beach, I would say that this is a good campground for you. We are out away from all the tourism of Seaside Beach. Now they do allow vehicles though, as there is a truck, 2 trucks driving on the beach right now. The sand is so sparkly in the sunshine. What's a word that you can't say angry?
Barnacles.
That's the state park down there, Cape Disappointment. And well, that's just the beach. That reminds me more of Texas looking over this way. As you don't really see any mountains at the moment, but the Olympic Mountains are over that way. They're not exactly close though.
Are we going to have a chance to come back?
Not this year. In the future. That's why we wanted to come see if this was a usable park for us. So after our time at the LeConner Thousand Trails, where it was really tight, very stressful to get in, kind of wore me ragged, kind of looking for less chances to be so tight. I would say this park, less of the tree situation, but the RVs are still really tight. But I do think that the roads between the RV sites are pretty good sized. You may still have to ask someone to move a truck or a car if there's a spot you're trying to get into. The spots across from the overflow parking, those would be easy to get into because you could almost just, as long as nobody's in overflow, pull straight ahead, pull back in. But that's where the biggest RVs that I saw here were. That's where the toy haulers were, because they knew it's going to be easier to get back in and lined up. We're several feet longer with our bike rack, so I probably will have to either take the bike rack off before I even attempt it, or as I'm backing in, I'm going to have to take the bike rack off and back in further. It's tight. I mean, it looks like people are putting their RVs almost right up to each other, about a foot apart. This beach, this is pretty nice. I can see why people would go through that for this. Also, being that I'm a digital nomad and I need internet on the road, Starlink works well, T-Mobile works well, so I think that these are all viable options to come here to this park. And one of the things that we're considering now, as we've seen the weather out here in the Pacific Northwest, if you want to be hot, you want to be warm, you need to take, what are y'all doing?
We walked out there and then they said, Mother, run! You're going to get your shoes wet.
Guess the tide was rolling in on them. They started screaming while I was filming. So if you're looking to have warmer weather, the more eastern side of Washington and Oregon, it's warmer over there. Crescent Bar, Spokane, the Little Diamond, Thousand Trails, while we were in temperatures of like 65 degrees, they were hitting up to 100, 105 degrees. We're talking mid-July. So all these areas that are over here right on the Pacific Ocean stay much cooler. Blew our mind. And there is 6,000 Trails parks over here, 2 in Washington and 4 in Oregon that are all right on the coast. Several of them are considered high use. That would be Seaside, as well as Whalers Rest down in Oregon. So we're just taking this time to see what would work for us in the future. But I'm willing to, when we come back this way, I don't know that I'm necessarily going to try to hit all the 1,000 trails. I'm going to head straight for these ones when it's July and August that I know I'll stay much cooler at. I don't really want to sit in my RV with the risk of, you know, maybe it's only a 30 amp spot and I can only run one AC and it's 100 degrees outside. That doesn't sound fun at all. But where we're at right now, we've got 30 amp hookups, but it's a high of 65 degrees every day. I'm just fine with only running one AC. So we're taking this time to just kind of gauge where do we want to go in the future when we come back. And I would say at this point, this park, the Long Beach 1,000 Trails, would work for us. Well, let's take a look at a few more of the amenities before we head out. The path back to the 1,000 Trails is not very well marked, so I'm gonna take note when you're out here to make sure you know where you're going to head back. Between pretty much the beach and all the other RV spots is some tent camping sites. So you're gonna have to take your gear down there. And then there is a dog park right here where you can let your dog off the leash. It's all right in size. I've seen smaller. This is probably a medium size. It's acceptable. It's functional. Take a look at the laundry room. $225 to dry. And $250 to wash. 4 washers and 6 dryers. That is a good ratio in my opinion. Got a little bit of a library in here, some places to sit. Little mud sink there, ironing board. Tub up here at the front. You've got more showers in this building with the laundry. There's some more tent camping over here. This is all the way up at the front. So up here, all these picnic tables, Connect 4, horseshoes, beanbag toss. Very cool looking swing. That is an interesting design for a swing. I don't think I've ever seen a frame like that on a porch swing. That's cool. Tent camping right over there. Activity center. Let's take a peek in here. This is before you even get into the park. You've got this activity center. It looked really small. And so is the lodge. The lodge is also very small. There was people in there doing work and whatnot. Didn't really get a chance to film in there. Not a really big room. 9 to 9 during the summer. You come up in here in color. Oh, they got some paper for the kids to color across. Bean bags, nice chair, TV, movies. Some kids have been working on projects. Kira, is this Cinema Roll one of Kira's favorite characters? Have to ask her later. That's cool. The gate is over there, and the Welcome Center's right there. So you kind of pick a spot. There's like a couple of lanes to come in here. Pick a spot and then head in there and get all your paperwork, and then you'll get buzzed in to go through that gate. The road right there past the gate is the only one-way road. The rest of the roads are bi-directional, and they are pretty good size. I don't think it's too much of a problem. So at the 1,000 Trails Long Beach, if you need to get packages delivered, if it's being delivered by FedEx, UPS, or Amazon, they can deliver them right here to the office. And there's no charge. I asked him about that because I'm used to paying $5 if it's delivered to 1,000 Trails. Not here. He's like, no, just come pick them up. I'm not going to take them to your site. You got to come get them from here. And then if it's postal service, this is a little trick I learned. If you want to use general delivery at the post office, he said don't put the post office's address. Put the address of this park. So put your name, general delivery, and the address of this park. And they will take it to the post office and hold it there for 30 days. I don't know if that works at all the post offices, but that will work here at the Long Beach 1,000 Trails. Cool little tip there. So at the end of the day, do I think that this park would work for us? I do. I think that it's not just a super easy, like a pull-through spot where you just pull right on in and you're done. I think it's going to take a little bit of time to get in there, take the bike rack off just to get properly situated. And it's going to be a little tight. We're not going to have the big yard that we're used to. But the benefits of being here, a 1,200-foot walk directly to the beach without having to cross a highway, that's a huge one. Temperatures in around the high 60s in the summertime when everybody else is hitting 100, that's a huge one. And we're close by to things like Cape Disappointment State Park. And it's still only about 20 miles back to Warrenton for Costco, Fred Meyer, Walmart, a lot of the different shops that we need. So I would say that this place is definitely doable. And on top of that, I've seen a number of people here that I've seen in Seaside. So they've already picked up on this. You go here and you hop back and forth between Seaside and Long Beach. And you can make this work to stay cooler in the hot summer months. So I think this will work. All right, y'all, I'm gonna get back to my family right now. It is this day that I am recording this, which you're not watching it on this day. It is Tanya and my 24th wedding anniversary. We got married 24 years ago today. So we are going to go back down to Seaside to a nice steak and seafood place to sit down and have supper as a family to celebrate our anniversary. Thank y'all so much for watching our videos. We love having y'all come back here. We hope you'll come back again. Remember that life happens. Don't let it... Well, I know that we just came here to check out the Long Beach 1000 Trails, but we are here, have been here for almost 2 weeks and about to leave. We did not have this place on the schedule at all. We were supposed to go to 1000 Trails Encore Park, Mount Hood Village, but it was much warmer east of any of the Cascade Mountain Range, while it's still highs of 65 over here right on the coast. So we started just kind of piecing together any days that we could get and wound up getting almost 2 weeks here. We liked it here. The only negatives I would say is the 90-degree back-end sights and how tight they are. They are pretty tight, but the rest of what's going on here at this park is so awesome. And I can honestly say that the staff here is probably one of the best staff at any of the 1000 Trails parks. And it starts from the manager down. She really took care of us. She takes care of her staff, just does an amazing job with this park. So if you have the opportunity to come to the 1000 Trails Long Beach, we strongly recommend it. There's a state park that's just 2.5 miles south of here with 2 lighthouses, old abandoned World War II bunkers. Just great. I will have a separate video on that. It's called Cape Disappointment State Park. Long Beach, the city or town, is just north of here. Awesome little touristy beach town with a nice big arcade where we went and had fun. In the middle of August, they have a kite festival every year. So if you're in the area, you should come check that out. But we are finally about to get out of here, and we weren't even supposed to be here. Hey, Tanya.
Hi.
Now we are headed out to Belknap Hot Springs to go spend time with Tanya's high school friend that also RVs up here in Oregon.
Hi, Nina.
And we are going to go have some fun sitting in some hot springs.
Yes. We're going to go see my friend from high school, Nina, and her husband, Rich. And we're going to go have some fun.
They've having fire bans, and they won't even let you use propane.
Yeah. And
Not even the Blackstone. We're going to do our best to have fun.
just found out that one of the roads is being blocked the day after we leave.
Thankfully, the day after we leave, or we would have to drive 100-something extra miles to go around the mountains.
Yes.
But,
so,
all right.
praise God.
That's it for 1000 Trails Long Beach. We recommend it.
Yes, definitely come here.
All right. Remember that life happens.
Don't let it stop you.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.